So in this video, I'm trying out the Rose Raglan pattern by Paradise Patterns. And this is a relatively new pattern. I think it came out within the last few months or so. And I always try to make a practice version of all the new patterns that I try, even if it's a company that I really like. I'm actually wearing a Honey Girl tee right now, and I absolutely love it. I've made like dozens of them, and that's not even an exaggeration. But I still like to give it a shot first before trying out my good fabric. So that's what this project is. And the fabric I'm using is this, which, let me hold it back here. It's a mystery fabric that I got from a local fabric store, a meetup group I go to. Did like a little field trip there once, and I got this there. I'm assuming it's rayon. I actually already cut out the top, and it was really annoying, which is why I think it's rayon, because rayon is very annoying to cut and work with. It's very shifty. It's kind of got like a slubby texture, so it kind of looks a little bit like linen, but obviously I don't think it has any linen in it. I think it's 100% rayon, which I typically try to avoid just because of the annoying reasons I already mentioned. But yeah, I didn't know what this fiber content was when I bought it, and I probably should have thought. Usually if I do get rayon though, if it's like a twill or if it does have texture like this, it's not quite as bad. Like a rayon challis, don't even let me get near it. I'll just rage quit. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, so basically like anything that's not got a little bit of extra texture or something like a crepe, I'm not too keen to sew with it. But I think overall this will look really cute. I'm sewing UB, which has a band around the hem, and it's, instead of the pleated cuffed sleeve, it's got a wide sleeve cuff. I think that's like mainly meant for like a thicker jacket weight, which this is not. This is more like a summery beach cover-up, but I think it could potentially work in the beach cover-up realm type of vibe. So we'll see how this goes, and if I like it, I have some beautiful actual linen, some striped linen that I will use for view A. So yeah, keep watching if you want to see me sew this project up. Bye. What do you think? Really? Hey, so a little check-in. I have the yoke's joined, which is part of the sleeve piece, and then I have the back attached to the yoke, which is curved. It looks really nice so far. I have it splayed out kind of weird here because I pinned it together already, and The fabric is definitely rayon. It's like really annoying to work with. But the shirt itself is like the pattern. It's so like it's a really nice pattern to sew. I know like the curved yoke could be, or the curved back piece that attaches into the concave shaped yoke could be annoying, but like it's actually, if you hear my husband laughing, please, chatting with friends. It could be potentially annoying, but I feel like it was like a really satisfying so far. All the seams have been, sorry, I was gonna say French seams, but that's not true. They've been flat felled seams, or like a variation of flat felled seams, and it's very, very pleasant to sew, even with this annoying material, which is kind of cool. I actually, one of the reasons why I picked this pattern next is because my serger has white thread in it, but turns out I didn't even need that, but it's looking really nice. I'm excited to sew this pattern in the linen stripe that I have planned out for the next version. So, looking good so far. All right, so I just finished putting on the buttons for the rose raglan, and it's looking pretty cute. I'm not too sure about the band here. The interfacing kind of looks a little stiff on this lightweight rayon, but we'll see. Maybe that'll soften up in the wash. I used a woven interfacing, so it shouldn't be as stiff as like a non-woven one. But I like the stripes. I like the buttons and everything. I don't know, it looks, other than that, it's very cute. I think maybe this view was more meant to be like a jacket type of situation, or like a, what's it, like an outer shirt or something. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling so much with buttoning this with one hand. But I kind of wanted this to be like a summer version of an outer shirt, where like you could just pop this on in the summertime when it's kind of hot out. But I also want to cover my shoulders up and everything. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it looks. I will get some clips of it done. Like right now, I have like the pen markings on it and everything, but I will run it through the wash and then get some videos so you can see what it actually looks like. Hello, Sesame. Hello. Bye. Hey, so as you can see from the clips, I finished the Rose Raglan. This is my test version, so some things weren't exactly as I would have liked them to be. The main one, obviously, I've kind of mentioned this already, is the stiffness of the hemband and the cuffs. Because this is a really lightweight rayon, it's just a little bit too stiff with the woven interfacing that I used. I think if I were to do this again, I would probably just interface half of the piece, or maybe find some different kind of interfacing that's a little bit lighter weight. I think in the past I've used like a silk, what's it called? Silk organza for a really sheer lightweight material, and that's worked well, like one layer. Obviously that's not like a fusible interfacing, so I have to work with it that way, but that could be a nice alternative. I really like, for the pattern, I like how the flat filled seams come together. Kind of already mentioned that too, but they're very satisfying to sew, and they look amazing. No serger needed, which is really cool. And overall, I think the vibe is pretty cute. They might be a little pajama-y, but I think if it's like beach pajamas, that's kind of okay, because that's kind of the vibe I'm going for, something a little bit beachy, great for the summertime. If it's like hot out, but then I also want another layer, this is perfect. And yeah, that's all I had to say. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.